Alright guys, so I haven't recorded an Increlution video in a long time because the chapter 5 took me quite a long time to actually make some progress, and and I didn't get to play as much of Increlution as I probably should have, and so now I'm back in my parents' home, so I guess there will be more time for me to. I've finished my schoolwork, and so that's a good thing. So I would have more time with recording some more videos and making some more videos for you guys. So I just want to take this beginning part because, well, it's the beginning and there's really nothing much to say about it, except that I have changed to the river path here, as you can see, just so that I don't have to. I feel like I've tried it. I've experimented with both choices a little bit, and these two, they do vary in kind of some. They do kind of vary because of the triple the health with the iron belt. So there's the more what's the name called? It's a more capacity of your inventory if you go aboard the river path, and then there's the cocoa wood souls for the extra agility. So those would also go like contribute to whatever that you would do later on in the game. So I've tried both sides, and I find that both of them are kind of similar, but there aren't too many different differences between the two. So I guess the one most important thing is that the river path, because your maximum health is not tripled, you don't need to keep on collecting food to max out your health. On the other hand, on the mineshaft choice, you would have to keep on eating a lot of food just so that, and also like hunt and gather all of the necessary food to feed yourself and make your maximum health like actually maximum, actually like all the way to the max. So that is something that you would need to consider. And I mean, in my opinion, like everything just kind of ends up similar, but maybe you do need you do want the extra cocoa wood soul, the extra skill multiplier from the cocoa wood souls, so that you can use the agility, have better agility skill, so that you can actually do some of the later tasks in chapter 5. So yeah, so as I'm doing this, I think everything is pretty much like I think everything I've just gotten pretty much. It's everything is automated, so there's no, unless there is something like really necessary for the change, like slight or order differences, might not be that much of a difference. And now that I have both of my monitors in one place, I can actually do something on my main monitor and have this game on my second monitor. Like I was saying in my previous videos that like I was recommending you guys to do the same, to do this, but I wasn't actually doing it myself. I had like an iPad on the side to watch some videos while I had to at the game on my actual computer. But now I can actually have like do 2 tasks at once and actually play this game on the side. Just put it on the side and automate it. That's much more efficient. Yeah, I can like edit videos while I'm playing this game so that I can have more progress. But as I was saying, this game, Chapter 5, it's really takes a long time. There are a lot of skill checks. You need like I think 1.5 million agility, 1 million in sailing, 1 million in social. I think those are oh yeah, and also 1 million in hunting. I think those 4 skills are kind of required for you to continue past Chapter 5. So it's a lot of grinding. It's like I don't see myself finishing. I see myself finishing one of these tasks, like getting to 1 million in, like for example, sailing, because it's actually one of the easier ones to do. 1.5 million in agility is possible also, but for this hunting and social, it's they do need a lot more grinding and a lot more grinding and a lot more generations to go through in order to actually proceed past that point. So I just want to so on another note here, I do want to say that the other 2 series on this channel, the Lobotomy Corporation, is still going, but I do want to finish Elden Ring first. I'm slowly, like at first I really liked playing Elden Ring and really like it's really interesting, but it's just a little bit too long in my opinion. I do want to like do all of the caves, of the like tunnels, etc., optional gameplay stuff, so that like I do want to, like it's still fun, but it's just a little bit too long, and I do want to kind of move on with it. And there are like other games that have released, and I'm like haven't really got the chance to go and play them. But I mean, I will finish Elden Ring, and then I'll try to like do the White Knight in Lobotomy Corporation, but maybe I'll like leave the last 5 days for Lobotomy Corporation to another time, because I feel like it feels really difficult in Lobotomy Corporation. So I may like just come back to it once I have a little bit more time, manage my a little bit more time on my hand and manage my time like more efficiently. So those series will still continue. Like Lobotomy Conversion season 2 is gonna still continue, and it's like, in my opinion, it's getting a little bit low on the lower end, especially after I started Elden Ring and stopped with Lobotomy Corporation. A lot of you have just kind of abandoned the series, but yeah, I mean, though these, like in my opinion, like these games are still good, and these series I will still continue. But yeah, like if I stop with the series, I will let you guys know. But I think I've ever, like maybe 1 or 2 games I've just like I bought them and then it's like these games are really trash, really boring to play, so I just stopped after 1 or 2 videos. But like if I get a game past, like for example, get a game past episode 10, then I would always continue to finish the game. And yeah, these games I will continue to finish, and so don't worry about that. They will be out. They will be eventually out, but I just want to finish up Elden Ring, and then just mass release all of the videos as soon as I can. Maybe 2 to 3 videos a day, so that I pump those videos out really quickly, and then I can move on to some other games. I just got a notification in my email like the other day saying that Floppy Nights is out, so I do want to maybe try some of these newer indie games and trying to go back to my roots of deck building games. I mean, I got to the Project Moon from Library of Luna, which is a deck building game, so I do want to go back to kind of my roots and go back to the deck building genre. And I think I'm more adept at playing these tactical games instead of the like action-based games like Elden Ring, but Elden Ring is really good, so I have been playing that. So yeah, that was like an update to that. So that's the update there, and now back to the gameplay. So the gameplay wise here, I'm doing finding the scorpion here, finish up all 3 of the temples. As you can see, 1 minute behind 1 minute, not really behind, but like 1 minute in front of my last generation. So that's like, as you can see, like every generation you can cut down your time by a lot. And even though I'm on chapter 5, like chapter 4, I can still cut down a lot of the time. And this here, it took me, I don't know, like I feel like it took me like a lot of generations, more than 50 generations to get to my current position. There are kind of two thresholds that you would need to pass. So one minor threshold, so to talk to there's a talk to the city guard. That's one minor threshold, which you would need I think it's like 50k social to do to proceed past the city guard. That's something. That's one. And then the other one is this going from your normal situation to the low town. And in order to get to the low town, you need to, of course, first get most of the food, and then you can get to the low town, or you can just go to the low town and then. But you do want to collect as much food as you can and then go to the low town, because you do lose all of your a lot of your food stuff. And this catch thieves task is exploration task here. This is a very, I don't know, I feel like you can just train for it, but I have just left it, and then I mean it's a possible thing. Maybe I should actually train for it, and I'll train for it. Like I do need a lot of training in everything, so I don't really see this catching the thieves as like anything more important or less important than any of the other tasks that you would get later in chapter 5. But it is still a lot of training, and yeah, it's just a lot of training, and you do need to just spend a lot of generations on doing that. So what you need here is to build a lobster pot. Building the lobster pot requires you to cut down the citrus wood. Cutting the citrus wood takes a lot of time, takes a lot of generations to do so, and that took me quite a lot of generations to do that. And then you had to build the lobster pot. After you build the lobster pot, you had to catch the lobster, and the lobster comes in with raw, so you would have to catch the lobster and then cook the lobster. So that takes just a lot of accumulated time. So in total, it's just a lot of time to do everything. And also, as you meet the boat builder, you have, I mean, in my opinion, you should always do all of the tasks before you do the exploration stuff, because you do need to train all of your skills anyway, so might as well just do all of your tasks, do all of your tasks, get everything over with, even though you might fail a bunch of times. But eventually you can do all of your tasks pretty quickly, and then get all of these tasks to finish in a reasonable amount of time. So when you meet the boat builder, first you have to build a boat, which requires a lot of citrus wood, and then after you build a boat, you get the option to build a house, and then the house is also made of citrus wood. So you need a lot of the citrus wood a lot of wood cutting skills, and also a lot of construction skills to build a house, to build a boat and then build a house. So yeah, it's just a lot of work, because the house takes a long time, and also it takes a lot of citrus wood, so you have to cut a lot of citrus wood to actually build a house. So what I'm saying here is that this is a really harsh cutoff, because like you can just enter the low town, there's no stopping you from entering the low town, but you would want to get everything, like do every single task, and then train all of your skills, I think. And I have been just going with this kind of methodology, so that I have all of my skills are at a decent level to proceed on to the next chapter, so that I don't take too much time, or I don't get stuck in the next chapter, so that I have to come back and do all of these tasks again, which it doesn't feel like, it feels like you're going backwards instead of actually going forward. So right now I haven't unlocked the automation for these tasks yet. So as you know, like I haven't done these tasks 10 times yet, but I have done them like several times. So it's not like the first time that I'm doing this, but this is just a representation of what you can get. And I think this, after you build this, you build a boat and you build a house, you can actually like there is a very straightforward proceeding tasks that you can just go through really quickly, and then there is of course the second threshold, which is much taller and requires you to train all of your skills. So I'll explain to you guys what my thoughts are after we actually get there. But for now, I mean, I do want to say that thank you guys so much for watching. Like the series, I know that there is a person who I'm recording this video because there is a person who messaged me in the comments saying that did I give up on this? And of course I did not give up on Increlution at all. It's just that my gameplay is kind of slow and it feels like it's not getting anywhere, so that's why I haven't played that many generations to warrant a video. So that's why like I haven't so that's why this video is kind of late, but it's still ongoing nonetheless. I feel like the chapters like as we get later and later onto the later chapters, every single chapter will be quite long and tedious to do and requires a lot of repetitiveness to them. So but now I have both of my monitors in front of me here. I can just put this game in the side and work on something else in my main monitor. So oh, it's not the house, it's actually called the cabin. I guess they do make these different housing amenities, like these housing tasks, that they do name them differently so that there is a differentiation between the beginning with the normal houses to like and the stone houses to now like the cabin, and there was the cocoa wood hut or something like that. But yeah, so it's like, but you do know like which chapter you are in and which task you are actually doing. So just to kind of explain here, that the cabin is, I think, requires 300 cocoa wood or 300 citrus wood, and 300 citrus wood. Well, it's a lot. So yeah, it's a lot, and unless you have a lot of wood cutting skills, you can't do this task easily and then with enough time to continue onwards. But do trust me that as you continue to play, like you might not do this, you might not finish this task in the first time that you're trying it, but as you keep on trying it, you will notice that you can actually finish the task and you can actually have more time to proceed onto further exploration. I feel like there isn't much else to talk about, but except for like gameplay wise, I think that's pretty much it. And I think I've talked to a couple of you when I released my last video. I think I don't remember what my last video is about. I can just check it right now. Oh, about getting to chapter 5 and actually like starting chapter 5. So I noticed the catching the thieves, and there were some comments saying that after you catch the thief, you can unlock another food, which is actually pretty exciting. So maybe I should actually train my agility to be like to get to 1.5 million. And actually just do something about that. I think I should. Yeah, I'll now that I'm actually talking to you guys, and also talking to myself out loud here. I feel like I should actually do that and do the agility skill as soon as possible, so that I can automate it as soon as possible. So one thing that is bad about the boarding the river path is that you're like, when you fight this robber, for example, you notice that my health decays really quickly. But if you have triple maximum health, that the health decay, like, it won't decrease as quickly. Like the rate is the same, but because you have more health, you don't notice that you would that your health decreases as quickly as it seems. But I mean, I think now that I have so much health to begin, so much base health to begin with, I don't really need the ×3 maximum health. Rather, I feel like the ×3 maximum health is more like a downside, because you do need to eat so much food to gain all that health back. But I mean, each of the two choices have their advantages and disadvantages. So another kind of advantage, quote-unquote advantage, to going into the mine shaft is that this kind of oh yeah, and also there's this task here to coax the bouncer. I feel like if you coax the bouncer, you will get another sort of task, and I feel like maybe I should also do the same thing with this. And it's coaxing the bouncer, and then the same thing with catching the thief. So to actually train these skills up. And as I was saying, the one thing about the one advantage to going into the mine shaft is that your maximum amount inventory amount is still at 20, and then you don't need to cook as many eggs for these children as you would right now, which I need 25 eggs instead of 20 if you go into the mine shaft. You do need to max out your inventory. I think you do. I may be mistaken. I haven't tried. I actually haven't tried like not maxing out the inventory, but I feel like you do need to max out the inventory in order to return to the kids and get some coins, some gold coins. I think that's like extra 5 eggs may not seem like that much, but still some extra time, some like maybe I would say 30 seconds, around 30 seconds. Maybe not that long, but something along like maybe 20 seconds that you can save to do other tasks. But yeah, so I am proceeding onto like the final stretch of my run here, because the final tasks are multiple tasks. The final tasks here are kind of like they do require a threshold for you to proceed, so it's kind of just like it's like I guess I have to do it. I guess I have to just do it and then die over and over and over and over again. So I guess the good thing here is that you do get a new food, which is the baked pie. The baked pie gives you a lot of health. I think even if you triple your health, it still can give you a lot of health. And with the pie here, you can actually get to like 5 to 7k health decay, and then you can still survive. I mean, especially if you have triple health, you can even survive longer, probably. So what I want to say is like that I have been holding on for so long is that this here, the three explorations that you need to do. A scavenger hunt, which you need your digging skill. Oh wait, okay, never mind. It's digging skill, selling skill, and hunting skill. So digging, even though it's digging, it's still like this skill, this task, like increases your health decay, and I think it's like 10k or extra health decay or something, and you need, I think, 1 million digging to do that. And for selling, which I'm doing right now, you need 1k, but it doesn't increase your health decay, but it does eat a lot of your health if you fail it. And by failing it means that you, as you see there, it eats 200k of your maximum health if you fail it. And by failing it, I mean that your skill is not at 1 million yet. And this is just a long haul. I'm just in here for the long haul. There's no way that you can get to 1 million in 1 generation, 2 generations, maybe even 10 generations. You can't even get to 1 million. You need a lot of instinct level in order as a base in order for your generation level to the multiplier to actually multiply to 1 million. But I mean, yeah, it's like you just have to do it. There's no other way. You just have to do it. I don't think. Okay, so the other two are the Coke's Bouncer is social, and the Catching the Thief is agility. So they don't really help with any of these 3 skills that you need in order to actually proceed with this chapter, with this game. And I mean, So in order to claim the medal, which is the 4th exploration skill, in exploration task, you do need to finish at least 2 of these 3 tasks. And I'm not sure why 2 of the 3, but if I do all 3, is it a waste? Is it like, do I need to do all 3? That's just I'm not sure about. But I will try to just do all 3, and then after you do them, you do get some gold coins or silver coins, gold coins. Yeah, silver coins. So you need silver coins for gathering glove, to build the gathering gloves, and to build the simple axe. So those, they do act as extra multiplier for, I think the gathering glove is for farming, and simple axe is for either wood cutting or combat, something like that. But yeah, like, so I think from right now until the end of the video, it'll be me just doing the raft racing and the bullseye shot. It's gonna be a long haul before I finish any of these tasks, let alone like finish everything and then proceeding onto the next part of the game, so that I can make another video to show you guys what is kind of in the next part of the game, and what my methodology is to proceeding. But for now, I think that's about it from me. I don't think there is much more to talk about, except, oh yeah, I guess the one more thing to talk about is that maybe if you like do the triple health, if you go to the mine shaft and you do the triple health, you can actually have enough maximum health to do the raft racing, because it eats 200k at once, which is a lot for me right now, because I only have 271k total health to begin with. So that's just a lot of HP to lose at once, which means, oh, I haven't explained the bullseye shot. The bullseye shot is a lot shorter, but but every time you fail, you do lose, I think 40 or 50k HP. So you lose a lot less HP, but because it's shorter time, you do lose health more often. So I think if you go the river route, you can do the bullseye shot, and then if you go the mineshaft route, you can like just do the raft racing and then lose 200k. It's fine. It's not that bad, because you do have that triple health. And as for the scavenger hunt, in my opinion, I feel like it's just gonna be I feel like I'm just gonna put it to the last, or one of the last things to do, because it's just it takes a long time, first of all, and also it increases your health decay, and increasing the health decay is just like, it's just bad. And it's not combat, because combat I already have 2.3 million. So like combat is fine, but digging I only have 100k. So needs a lot of digging skills, and it's just I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be one of my last tasks to complete. So yeah, I think everything so far, everything is good, everything is fine. I'm getting to about 5k health decay. As you can see, I can still keep up with 5k health decay on top of whatever health damage that the bullseye shot will give me. So that's something. So that just means that the pie is just really good food. And yeah, I mean, food is always a priority. Just get as much food as you can, max out your inventory. And I mean, yeah, like, I mean, in my opinion, everything after you automate everything, you don't really need to worry about it. Everything will run the same way every single generation, every single run. It's gonna be the same until you proceed onto like your next threshold, which you haven't unlocked the automation for yet. So I feel like I will just call it here. I am actually, yeah, it's actually gonna be pretty close. So I will be finishing like this video. It's gonna end pretty quickly. So thank you guys so much for the support on Increlution, and I hope to see you guys for the next one, which will hopefully be coming out soon. I really want to do this, and hopefully you guys will be there. Thank you. Bye for now.